Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Crecy's Cornfield public match for you, but before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, server pop right now, it's about 10 o'clock Eastern Time on February 7th, which is a Friday. In balance right now is 5 towards the CSA side. Artillery-wise, Confederates have 14, whereas the Union has 12. So that imbalance is basically perfect infantry-wise. Officers for today, CSA side, you have Joseph D., you have Delta, you have Blake B. Killing, Pax for the artillery. Looks like you have Bottle Boy and Smokin', whereas on the Union side, you have Brit, you have Normal Person, you have Hapchin, NC, Legion, I'm guessing that's cut off, and then you have Drifting. Wending is the Union artillery officer. So let's get into our map here. Crecy's Cornfield, one of these newer maps. Point of contention is all the way back here. This is normally a pick and patrol map, and I really like this pick and patrol map just because there's a lot of random crap in the center of the map. However, in terms of a defensive map, this is rough for Union. Now, Union's pushed up to the snake fence here, and you can see CSA have already got Union in a little thing called an encirclement. Yeah. Looks like you have some more Union back here. I guess they're not as much encircled as I thought 10 seconds ago. But Union has decided to push themselves away from the point. This map, at least vertically, where if we're looking from this direction here, is really bad for Union because there's snake fences that go on each side. It's all open field. Union can sit back here on this straight fence and some logs and snake fences there, but that's so far back and past the point. You don't want to give up that much ground to start the round. So you can understand what Union is doing here. CSA is not really pushing this way, though, which is a little fascinating. They want to take the fight the Union. They want to play aggressive. So they've set up in some defensive spots here. And it looks like they're already going to go in, which, you know, I can appreciate. In my opinion, obviously circumstances depend, but I really appreciate when people play aggressive, especially at the start of a round as an attacker. You feel like you have a lot of time in 45 minutes on that clock, but you kind of don't. So you might as well be aggressive, bring everyone's tickets down, and you have plenty of time to kind of do what they want. So, CSA charging in, Union responding okay to this. Rest CSA does not look to be charging this, though. And CSA slowly but surely taking ground. Looks like a third company is pushing up to assist. A lot of CSA spawns on the left side. Not doing a whole lot there. Forgot to mention weapons-wise. So the Union has the 39th New York, which has the Mississippi. And their other regiment is the 51st New York, which has the Springfield 61. So Union's got a nice little weapon there. Meanwhile, on the CSA side, they have the 6th Louisiana, which is the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 55. Whereas the 1st Georgia Regiment has 42 with Buck and Ball and the Enfield. So the Union company that got charged, they did not have the Mississippis. You can tell the Mississippis because they're shorter. Also, these guys are Italians and they get special guns. So, yeah. So, CSA definitely has a little bit of an advantage with the weapons here. And so, I don't know which group has the Buck and Ball for CSA. Let's look here. Looks like Joseph D. and Delta don't have it, but Blake B. Killing and Pax have it, which they were that group that charged. So they had the Buck and Ball and they charged. Smartly so. A great little charge here. Now, Union is in a wide open field, which there is a slight defilade here. It doesn't look like it from above, but when you get down in the action, you definitely see that. Meanwhile, TSA smartly getting right flank here, and Union is going to get out of bounds. So, great start here from CSA. Really well done. Don't know the ticket imbalance. Exactly. We know the attackers have more tickets than defenders. But Union is paying a price so far, and that's not really surprising. See, Union already is trying to do something too, but they're not going to do much. Union already spawns right here. And you're like, well, it's a wide open field. It's nice. When we go down to their level, yeah, you can't see anything. You got to roll the guns. It's like the artillery was just placed here just so they could say artillery was here. Not a great spot at all. So CSA smartly continuing to push down the snake fence. They're going to get around Union here. Union just getting picked apart. Now, that one regiment that got their flags wiped, those flags will be down for 5 minutes. and then they'll despawn at main. Union can try to run back in and pick them up, but I highly doubt they're going to be able to get it. Especially because CSA at a team is kind of just overwhelming Union here. Union now falling back even further because they're just being completely outshot. You're outnumbered 2-1. Your opponent is shooting a shotgun. Even at these kind of medium ranges, Buck and Ball is still very good. And now they're going to go up and over and charge the few Union guys that all are on Artie. Meanwhile, Union pouring out of main spawn. They're going to get a great flank, but remember they don't have their flank. So if they die, they got to spawn back at main. They can't spawn back up here in the fight. There's some CSA Artie guys here as well.
Hi there. You missed.
You are all...
Get into their flank. Get into their flank.
Misinput. Oh, I was trying to switch teams. That Artie pop up. Very annoying. You can't turn it off. So, CSA charging through. Union stopped for a second to reform. Didn't think CSA would charge through, but they did. And allows the Union guys that spawned in late or just didn't react are going to die. Union's about to drop to engage. Union trying to get a flank on this side. Really, these Union guys here, it's a nice flank, but you got to get your flags back up or else this flank of yours is not going to matter in like 30 seconds when CSA eventually turns their lines on you, which Union's still trying to hold here. Down goes one flag, and they're about to lose another. Oh, actually they get out. Look at that. Hold on. Granted, each flag spawns in someone every 5 seconds, so I guess you're going to be able to outpace that. Union up top here have taken the artillery. Looks like they got one of those flags. A guy got it. But I don't know how far he's going to make it. If he does get out, he's not going to be able to get these guys before they get wiped. So, Union get down to engage. CSA up about a fourth of a stage right now, which is very, very nice to see. That CSA flag is down there. Look at that. Union flag gets pulled back. Only one of them, though. And look at that. CSA turn around, and they're about to be crushed. So, great start here from again, continuing the success from early on.
Behind us, behind us.
Behind us, they're getting that flag back.
So, Union will reform. Union only down one flag, which, considering the situation, is actually pretty good. Which, they're about to lose this flag. I don't know.
No, you don't. Flag. You didn't hold. You didn't hold. You didn't hold. Get fucking wiped by 4th Texas, you fuckers. Die,
you know, I'm shocked that flag stayed up there. So, Union's down 2 flags right now. And the thing is that you can see this flag will despawn probably in a minute or so, but that flag, just because it got dropped, is going to be down for another 5 minutes. Actually, never mind. I thought Union Rambles were going to prevail. So, Union reforming, CSA doing the same. Now, CSA's up by this many tickets. They have plenty of time on the clock. They don't need the early cap to stop the timer. You don't want to give Union a chance to regain a bunch of tickets and make it even with you, especially when you worked so hard at the beginning. Now, it will be a little more difficult to get Union tickets down.
My commander is Brit. You will kneel and fucking give reverence to Brit. Shut the fuck up. Yes, sir.
They're coming, open fire,
Help me, I don't know what part this is.
Open fire, New York Yankees. Get up to the fence and open fire.
So, it's going to be a hair more difficult for CSA to get tickets down because the further and further they push Union back, eventually Union is going to be in the woods, and I think that's out of bounds for CSA. At least, if map design was what it would be in my opinion. Because Union spawn, by the way, is right, I think it's over in this little open area there. So, Union, though, trying to hold at least on point, which is a little interesting because you got some Union holding back here, kind of turtle in a sense, maybe for CSA to cap, but these Union guys here, Britt at least pushing his guys further forward, and they are like slowly starting to fall back here. CSA does engage, and that ticket gap is a little more than a fourth of a stage. It's 2/3 of a stage. I don't know why they're still trying to hold this spot. So, and I mean, CSA might as well just keep this shooting going. Again, they've got plenty of time. They don't necessarily need to charge them out. I mean, they could. But it's a nice little ticket farm for them. So, see some of the snake fences breaking due to canister. At least I assume that was canister. But CSA's got great shots. They're gonna continue this. That's an issue with the defense, and you got what, 4 officers for each side here, not including artillery. And so trying to get all 4 infantry officers to agree on a plan is not an easy thing to do. There are a couple Union guys. Are they about to shoot? Oh, he overshot. I don't know where. Oh, that hit way back there. Anyways, actually, Union might spawn right there. I might have been thinking of South Woodlock for a Union spawn, but nah, it's very hard to get 4 guys to agree on something. Very difficult to get them to agree on something because everyone has a different taste for how maps should be played. Like, I know I'm very aggressive in how I like to play, especially if I'm an attacker. And some people might just like to sit back and shoot the whole time. And you kind of see that with Union, right? You have some Union guys that are trying to, you know, kind of turtle in a sense. You know, they're holding really far back. They're doing this longer shootout. Meanwhile, you have some Union kind of holding up close here in a closer shootout. Some Union infantry is holding on the arty. Like artillery, that is another terrible spot for artillery. You have some infantry guys drifting. I think that's the arty officer, but he's just going up trying to get some shots. CSA artillerymen are abandoning their artillery. They're trying to roll the guns up. I mean, they've been doing this for probably 10 or so minutes, which they have not contributed a single thing yet to this fight. And look at that view. You can barely see anything. You got to go up to like where that artillery is. You might as well just take the Union guns like these CSA artillerymen have. So, Union's about to hit taking losses.
Louisiana B, about face. We're going to charge this arty out. Let's go.
It's your friendly. It's your friendlies. There's one of them that aren't friendly.
I reloaded it. I reloaded it.
No, none of that, none of that. We just got killed. Come on.
There's some cans. All right.
Oh, looks like some CSA have trickled off here and started charging in. And they're trying to get Union down to taking losses. CSA are pulled off the snake fence on the right. There they go. See, here's the thing, too, is that Union's acting disjointed. CSA is smartly playing as a blob here and being aggressive together. They're a little spread out, but they're still generally in the same area, whereas Union is operating as 2 different forces. Or, yeah, you got the majority of the team over here, and then you got Britt and his guys over here. Now, you could argue which one is the better strategy. In my opinion, at this point, Union needs to force the CSA cap to regain tickets. And so, pulling back and holding back there, I think, is the right decision. However, you could argue maybe playing aggressive and trying to get the ticket lead back is the way to go. I don't think Union can get that ticket lead back. Being down half a morale stage is no small thing, especially in this game.
Alright, we'll just pull it back. Pull it back. Follow me. Go south.
Pull back, somebody. Hey,
So, oh my goodness, Britt actually is going for a complete end-around flank, and they're bringing their flag with them too.
Up and over this fence. Britt, you're going to want to reform for 3 seconds.
Wait. Get on the line, get on the line, get on the line. Like
Into line, targets north, into line, targets north.
And they have moved themselves in the worst spot of everything they could have chose. CSA running up the snake fence. That freaking pop-up keeps showing up. It's gonna pop some more time. So these guys are getting strung apart. CSA taking that snake fence, and that's a nice group of tickets that CSA is going to get here. So flag just went flying in the background. So there's a nice little charge there. I mean, you have a lot of Union guys out here, Rambos as well. That's not going to help Union side. Oh my goodness, did I just see what I thought I saw? No. Inbounds is still in CSA's favor. I, for some reason, thought Union was like at 140 something. I was like, dang! How'd that imbalance happen? Normally you see CSA outnumber Union in pubs. And now, I know CSA, at least from my experience, CSA wins a lot more in this game than Union. And that definitely could be part of it, but there could be more reasons.
I'm trying to call for help.
Union inching forward here. They've come out a little bit into the open field. I don't know. I don't get the strategy. CSA pushing back up to take that corner. They're going to get some more kills. I mean, at this point, Union's just going to slowly lose this game. They've got to...
Break what you're doing. Break what you're doing and sprint with the northeast.
They've got to either completely turtle or they've got to throw CSA out. And when you're down by 2/3 of a morale stage now, with 27 minutes left, with this low of tickets overall, Union's got to turtle. But it's hard to do that in pubs. You got to get everyone to agree. That's hard to do. And also in pubs, you're going to have people that don't want to sit in their main spawn and do nothing because they want to enjoy the game, you know? Why would you want to sit back in your main spawn and do nothing? That's boring. So people will go out on Rambo, and then that'll eventually get you down regardless. So stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's a lot easier to keep people entertained in private events, regimental, than public matches. Anyways, Union's going to do a last-ditch charge. They're about to hit breaking, so they need to force CSA out to defend the point. They're kind of doing a mass charge here. It's very trickled in on the left side. On this right side, it's doing some damage, though. CSA reinforcements moving in. And zooming out here, it looks like Union might take it. It's very close, but that's partly due to this CSA company, Blake B. Killen, just trying to get on the point and end the round. So, I mean, if CSA over here can hold this long enough, which it might do that, they're going to do good. Union keeping their flags up, which is important. One CSA flag is down. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the cap off, but Union's very disorganized, so this just might outright be the end of the round.
2 friendly flags down left.
I think that's going to be the end of the round. I mean, Union's just sitting here. They got to move.
Come on, boys, move!
I mean, probably a lot of these guys just spawned in. I mean, when a guy spawns in every 5 seconds, three flags there's going to be a lot of guys spawning in and not focused on this other point. So CSA is going to take this game. That's a very small cap point, so Union's not getting there. So really well done to CSA. They just played aggressive and they didn't stop. Union discombobulated. They were together and worked well, at least at the beginning, but they got hit on that charge. They got punched, and they could never group up and respond accordingly. Now, regardless of what Union did, they weren't doing things as a team, and you're not going to win by doing that. So, ultimately, it's going to come down to Union's got to work together. Now, if Union did stuff as a team and lost, you know, I would say that was a good loss, regardless of the strategy. However, you had one Union company going one way, 3 staying back the other way. It just wasn't what you got to do. Things as defender, you got to group up as one if the attackers are doing that. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, we have our Discord, merch, X, Instagram, and TikTok. Those links are in the description. We'll see you in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.